And hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode of Amazon Live. This is, I do believe, number 3 of the week. It has been a busy week here at, did I say Amazon Live? Holy mackerel. Oh gosh, I need a do over. Welcome, everybody. In fact, I think it's Jen's fault because before the show, she was talking about Amazon for some reason. So I had Amazon on my mind. So let's start over. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode, the 3rd episode of the week of Grommet Live. And I am so glad you guys are here with us again. The last couple shows were actually so much fun. They were, I got to say, two kind of themes for both of those shows, for both of the shows were, it was a little bit international. We had a couple makers on from Ireland, from Australia. And then the other thing I noticed kind of halfway through the show a couple days ago was we had so many female makers, female inventors. And if you know me at all, and by the way, if you don't know me, if we haven't met before, my name is Marcy McKenna. And one of the things that I am most passionate about in the world is advocating for helping, working with female inventors and entrepreneurs. And to that end, I run an organization called the Women Inventors Club. And if you are a woman inventor or entrepreneur, or maybe you are just a woman that has a fabulous idea for a product, please become a member of the Women Inventors Club. It is completely free, and it is about 1,000 women that have come together. They are locking arms. They are helping each other, supporting each other, sharing tools and resources and ideas to help each other succeed in bringing their products to life. And it is so incredibly special. It's such a special group. So if you are one of those, if you fall in that category, I would love for you to join. And at some point during the show, I'll have Jen put up the link to join that. And I also bring that up because, for those who don't know, next month is actually National Women Inventors Month. So here at Grommet Live, we are definitely going to be shining a light on all of the fabulous female founders of Grommet, of which there are a lot. And I've been going through them actually just lately, getting ready for Women Inventors Month. And one of them just popped on right there. Speak of the devil. Not only is she a woman inventor, female founder, but she is a member of the Women Inventors Club. It is Sherry, all the way from Minnesota. And she is the creator of a very cool brush called the Gentle. I think it's called, she just had a name change, so I'm forgetting exactly what the name is. So Sherry, this is your opportunity to put a plug in the chat. I believe it's the Gentle Brush, something very close to that if I'm wrong. Anyway, so next month is National Women Inventors Month. And so on Grommet Live, we are going to be doing, every week, we're going to be doing a show dedicated just to female founders and women inventors. So I hope you join us for that, because we did that last year and it was so much fun. And there were so many women on supporting each other and just really cheering each other on. So it was such a special time. And I really look forward to doing it again. But tonight it is a different show, and I was looking over all the products today, getting so excited because they're all over the board, very, very different from one another, all very, very innovative. I mean, and they always are, but some shows more than others. They're really like, wow, that really is a game changer. We have a lot of game changers here tonight. So I'm excited about that. And Sherry did just remind us that her brush is the Gentle Style. I knew there was gentle in there. Gentle Style brush, which I love because it is for hair that can be fragile. And there's a lot of people like that, including myself, whose hair is more thin and can break so easily. And this brush is designed specifically for that. So it's really great. So I'm glad you're here tonight, Sherry. I haven't seen you in a little while, so I've missed you. Okay, and Jen just put up the link to join the Women Inventors Club if you have not already, and it is completely free. So you're not going to be sold anything. We just want you to be a member. Okay, so now we are going to talk a little housekeeping for tonight's show. First of all, I want to welcome all of you, wherever you are tuning in from, and we've got a lot of different platforms going on tonight. We have, I just had oh, shoot. I missed Instagram. Oh, well. We're not on Instagram tonight, my bad. But we are on Facebook on a couple different pages. We are on YouTube on a couple different pages. We are over on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And we are on LinkedIn. So we are going to have a lot of fun tonight all over the place, wherever you are tuning in from. That is the chat that you're going to see. I get to see almost all of the chat myself, so I'll try to respond to everything, so you guys are always in the know about what everyone's saying and doing inside the chat. But if you want to be where most of the action is, I would recommend hopping over to Grommet's Facebook page. That's usually where most of the chatting is going on, so that's always a lot of fun over there. So you can do that or not. Stay right where you are. But as many of you know, if you've been here before, every Grommet Live, we do something really, really fun. We do giveaways. And tonight we are doing the same. We have 2 giveaways. One of them will be at about the halfway point. So right after probably product number 3. And then we're going to do another one at the very end of the show. And I have another surprise for you at the end of the show that I get very excited about when I get to do this. And that is that we have one of our product of the week winners on tonight's show. And it is a female inventor, coincidentally. And I am a huge fan of her product. I use them personally. I didn't use them before discovering them on Grommet, but knowing that I was going to have it on the show, I did all kinds of research on this product and was kind of blown away by the benefits. And I, for one, am someone who could definitely use the benefits of her product. So I'm going to keep you in suspense there, but it's going to be fun just for me to sit down with her and kind of have a casual conversation about her journey and bringing her product to life and what's happening now and where she's headed and all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. We have another female innovator who just popped on. It is the maker of Click and Carry, which is very, very cool product. I have a personal story about Click and Carry that I'm excited to share with you guys. And I'm very excited to ask her a few questions here inside the chat. So that'll be fun as well. And speaking of the chat, one last thing before we jump into the products is I just want, in case you're new on here, just to let you guys know that the chat is so, so important, because that is where basically all the different platforms I just mentioned, they pay attention to the chat. And when the chat is really rocking and it's high energy, they see that and they push it out to more and more people. And that is the goal for all of these products and these makers and their stories, to get in front of as many people as possible. So please do not be shy in the chat. Just have at it with questions and comments and all of that fun stuff. And I know, and I see a gentleman maker in the chat. I'm very excited. Actually, 2 of them just popped in. We've got, well, I'm going to introduce you to one in just a second, so I'll hold off on that. But hello to both of you. We have Mark from Wagtopia, and we have Stephen from Hawkins and Brimble. Okay, with that, Jen, am I forgetting anything? I think I hit all my housekeeping have-to-dos, and I'm ready to dive in to our first product, which I'm so excited to have this maker with us tonight inside the chat, first of all, because he's coming to us all the way from the UK, speaking of international. And so this is a company that was born in London, and it is taken off in a huge way. I actually am not sure when you first launched, so I would love, Stephen, for you to let me know that. And Stephen is the founder of this company. And the company that I just mentioned, it is Hawkins and Brimble, excuse me. And I love what they are doing. You guys might have noticed, as I have, that men's skincare, men's hair care, just men's kind of grooming products have taken off in such a big way. They are really, really blowing up, and it's very cool to see. And I sometimes wonder, are they really blowing up just now, or are men finally getting comfortable talking about it and kind of being more outward about it? Because I know for years, even when you think of Botox and things like that, that men have been doing that, but they're not always talking about it. So Stephen just chimed in, and he launched his company about 8 years ago, again in London. And I'm going to show you his picture because he's very handsome and dapper and just cool guy. So that is Stephen right there, and he is inside the chat. So everyone say hi to him. But what Stephen has created is a company that is all about men's grooming. And it is, as I said, Hawkins and Brimble, but he has made it so sort of hip and on trend and cool. I love that. But at the same time, it's very old school barber, you know, and I think he was inspired by in 17th century, the Mayfair. I'm hoping I'm getting this right. Mayfair Company. There was an exclusive sort of members club only behind these big oak wood panel doors. And he just kind of wanted to bring that feeling back to the modern age. And he has done that in such a big way. And I spent some time on his website today, and it was just so cool seeing all that you're doing, Stephen. But something that really jumped out at me that I loved is that he even has sort of a mobile barber shop. I think he calls it a barber lounge, and it drives around. It's a bus, and it actually comes to you and does the barber things for you. And I'll show you it right here. There is the Barber Lounge, Hawkins and Brimble. So cool. And then inside the Barber Lounge, how about that? I mean, what guy? I'm kind of jealous. Do girls get to go to the Barber Lounge? What guy wouldn't want to do that? Just on a lunch break? How fun. But today, the product that is on Grommet, it's more than one product. It's actually a men's gift set, which that's music to my ears because I say this a lot on the show. I have a hard time shopping for men. I think they can be a little tricky. And this one to me is just a no-brainer, that there is no man or boy, teenage boy, I would say all the way up, that wouldn't love having this gift set. And I'm going to grab it right here. Right there. And it's no surprise that the packaging, that the presentation is just awesome. And again, very barbershop-esque, kind of a vintage barbershop look and feel to it. But if you could be in my studio with me and you could smell the scent, it is insanely good. Very, very subtle. Not over the top. I think many of us have experienced men who wear cologne that's a little over the top, or maybe they just wear too much of it. I'm not sure which it is, but this one smells so good. And I know that they have a signature scent that they're known for, and this is clearly it. This is the moisturizer. I'm going to get to all these, but I can't even describe what it is. I know that it is ginseng. And I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Stephen. Is it LMI ginseng that I'm smelling? I think that's right. It just smells so, so good. And then there are other things in it, sort of a coffee, I believe it is, and kind of rose undertones to it. So just that alone. But I love that this company is really highlighting the importance of not only he has lots of products for hair and beard and everything. This one is skincare. And I do think that it's just as important for men as it is for women. And I don't know why we have shied away from ever discussing that, because it absolutely is. And so what this gift set is it starts with the face wash. And again, I'm hoping I did pronounce that right. LMI ginseng is that scent. And I did try it, even though I'm a female. Hints of coffee and vanilla. Okay, great. Yeah, actually I do. I always need someone to tell me, and then I'm like, yes, that's what I was smelling. I'm always at a loss for words with scents until I hear it. So thank you for that. So this is a face wash. And again, it's that scent, but I love the fact that all of his ingredients are all natural. Also, there's none of the, parabens and all the stuff that can be so bad for some people's skin and bad for our systems and all of that. But the one I really was drawn to more than any is the facial scrub, because I happen to know that when I shave my legs, when I shave my legs, I will always exfoliate before I shave, because it's a much cleaner shave. The razor glides much smoother if you have exfoliated before you shave, but also it's really helpful in preventing razor bumps and ingrown hairs and all of that. So I forget when I learned that, but it was not too long ago. I wish I had known that earlier on. But so the fact that he has incorporated a facial scrub into this gift set and into his whole product line, I think is brilliant. And again, this one is all natural. And I read that he uses walnut seed because, I felt the consistency of it. And it definitely has that exfoliating factor to it. It's very kind of gritty. So it's really going to do a great job in, kind of sloughing away the dead skin and creating just this smooth canvas to be able to shave after that. So anyway, it is walnut shell that is ground up. And that's what does the exfoliating, which I thought was really, really interesting. And then there's also a sweet almond oil in it. So that is going to make your skin or make your hair softer, that oil. And so when the hair is softer, as you can imagine, it shaves much cleaner and easier. So this to me is just a brilliant step of any man's shaving routine. But even if you're not shaving, it's just, I mean, we women know, if and men, if you have not exfoliated before, it is an amazing thing what it does for your skin when you can get that dead layer of skin off. And so that's what this does, and it smells amazing in the process. And then the third thing in our little fun gift box is his moisturizer. And this is daily energizing, and it's that same scent. It really is what they're known for. It's their signature scent, that LMI ginseng. Let's see. And I did want to mention, actually, I should have mentioned in the beginning, all of these are safe on sensitive skin. I know that's always a question. So many people have sensitive skin, and each one of these is going to be safe even for sensitive skin. So what you're getting in this very high-end, gorgeous gift box is all three of these. Again, the face wash, the facial scrub exfoliator, and then this moisturizer. And let me show you the box closed too, because it is stunning. Again, just that kind of vintage barbershop, but again, so on trend right now and so cool. So I just love that you guys are bringing that back, or actually I shouldn't say bringing it back. You already have brought it back, and you have done a phenomenal job with it. I cannot wait to gift this to somebody. I've been thinking about who that would be. And on here it says, born in London, worn by gentlemen, old school rituals for the modern man. Love it. Very, very cool. So I am just so glad that Grommet found you, or that you found Grommet, because that is a big win for the Grommet website, because it really, we have a lot of beauty products lately, but not a whole lot of men's grooming products. And to start off with one that is so high end and kind of setting the bar is super cool. So, Stephen, thank you for staying up late with us all the way in London, and for being here and bringing us such a very cool gift box. And I know I saw so many other products on your site that I'm so excited for you to hopefully bring more of them to Grommet. I can't wait to dive in and learn more about all of them. Okay, we have a question coming in. What about dry and oily skin in one face? So combination skin. Stephen, can you chime in on that about with combination skin? Does this do, what I did read and what I do know is that it's very good for all different kinds, for all different skin types. So I would imagine this would actually be a great line for you if you do have that combination skin, but I'm sure Stephen has a more to chime in about that. The products are shipped from our Michigan warehouse. So good to know. So we're not waiting for them to come all the way from the UK. They are here in the States in Michigan. Stephen, any thoughts on the combination skin? I think I hit that right, just based on what I read about it being really made for all different kinds of skin types. And you know, something I was thinking about is the timing of this is really cool, because as I mentioned, it's kind of hard to think of gifts to get for guys. And we have a very special holiday coming up where women do like to gift to guys, and that is Valentine's Day. And I think this would be such, and especially with the red, I have to say, I mean, Valentine's Day through and through, right? So I think that would be such a great Valentine's gift. And guys, with the Grommet discount, this gift set is normally $55. And with the Grommet discount, you're getting 20% off. So if you've never shopped Grommet before, when you, what they call upvote a product, and tonight you can upvote just by using that QR code, you're going to get a kind of a thank you for saying, basically when you upvote, you're just giving them a vote saying, yeah, I think this is a cool product. I really like what you've created. And then in turn, you get a 20% discount that you can use right now if you want to shop now, or you can use it later tonight or tomorrow or a year from now, whenever you want, or you don't have to use it at all. It could be just your way of saying, I think your product's super cool. So don't be shy with the QR codes, because it is a total win-win. Definitely, definitely. And yes, other people are chiming in about the Valentine's gift idea. Phenomenal Valentine's gift idea, especially with that Grommet discount. So grab that, even if you're going to wait till Valentine gets closer. If you have the discount, you can use it then. So super cool. Okay, guys, we are going to move on, but we're going to kind of stay on the same subject. We are going to stay on sort of personal care, grooming, but we're going to groom a whole different geography of our body than our face. We are going to the far end. We are going down to our feet for this next one. And very fittingly, the brand that I'm going to be talking about is called Feets. I am a groupie. there are certain products, and everyone knows on Grommet Live, that I am an absolute groupie of, and this is one of them. This is, and I'm just, you please chime in if you already have it, if you've already used it, but this is a product called Feets, as I said, and it is a foot peel mask. Who has ever done a foot peel mask? Anybody? If you have, you know what I'm about to show you, and you know what I'm about to talk about, because it is quite an interesting process to go through when you do one of these exfoliating masks. This one in particular, to me, is the best of the best. I did a product video for a company a while back that I also really love, but I had not met Feets when I did that one. And this one to me far surpasses that one. It is just really premium ingredients, and it is all natural. And I'm going to go into all of that in just a second, but I just want to say how excited I was when they sent it to me and I tried it so I could kind of put side by side comparison, because I know the other one so well. And I was worried that I might not like this one as much, but I did. So this product, again, has anyone, let's see, someone saying, yes, I've done it and it's nasty but satisfying. I would echo that. I would say it's kind of disgustingly satisfying. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about, here's the package right here. And when you open it up, inside are these cute little booties. Oh, I can smell them already. You're getting 2 booties, 1 for each foot, obviously. There you go. And then you're also getting 2 stickers. And what do we do with these booties? Well, let me just show you a video so you can see exactly how these work. Where is my fun little video? I think it is right here. Just a quick one, but it'll give you an idea. Lovely, lovely cracked heels. I think we can all relate. And after you put it on, after a few days, this is what you get to do. You get to peel the skin off of your feet. How about that? I'll show you one more time just for fun. Let's see here. About this time of year when the wet is so dry here, that's about how my heels feel. But there's the process. That's literally what happens. That is not for show. That is not enhanced in any way. That is literally exactly what happens. So you put these on your feet and then you kind of wrap them. They're one size fits all. So men, women, does not matter. Wide feet, narrow feet, these are going to fit you. And then you wrap it kind of tightly around your foot. I'll show you right here if it comes up, but it's not coming up. We have this issue sometimes. Okay, well, you can imagine that it wraps tightly around your foot like you're seeing in that picture there. And then you just, where am I going? Okay, then you're just going to keep them on your feet for about an hour to an hour and a half. So as long as you're watching turn on a Netflix movie or a show, watch your show and just kick back with your feet. I would say when I do it, I put socks over them just so they're not squishing all around. And if I need to walk to go do something, it's not that difficult. So I recommend putting socks on top of them, and you wait 90 minutes, you take it off and you wash your feet, and then you think that it didn't work. You think nothing happened. But then you kind of, the first time I did it, I completely forgot that I did it. And then sure enough, probably 4 days later, all of a sudden my feet start peeling. And they peel a little bit in the beginning. And then within a day or two, it looks like you have this full-blown disease on your feet. It is so gross. But as people are saying inside the chat, it's so grossly satisfying. Because don't you remember when you would put glue on your hands back in elementary school and it would dry and you would peel it off? Am I the only one that would do that? I love that. Anyway, that's what you're doing on your feet. But it is actually your skin. So the layers of skin are coming off. And that is when you realize how much dead skin we have on our feet and why our feet can have those calluses and get those cracks and all of that. But the good news is that probably if it started on day 4, I would say on day 8, maybe you're done with that process and your feet are so soft. I mean, you just want to touch them. They are like baby soft feet. So if you have any kind of trip or vacation or anything coming up where maybe you're going to be baring your feet, wearing open toe shoes, going to the beach, flip-flops, sandals, whatever. This is what you want to do. You want to time it right, because God forbid if you're on that vacation or on a cruise or something and your feet are peeling like you saw in that video. So you want to time it right, where I would give yourself at least 10 days before you go somewhere with your feet exposed to, let it do its thing. But it's so fun, and it's actually a really fun gift to give. I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's so, I don't know, so quirky and odd, but at the same time so useful, and people love it once they do it. Once they can wrap their head around what's going to happen, the end result is so amazing that they love it. And so it is fun to gift. It was something that I put in, actually not this year, a couple years ago, in my kids' stockings. And that was super fun. But I've gifted it to several people, girlfriend gifts and things like that. So speaking of that, when you're looking at the price right there, which it's, typically $30, and with Grommet discount, it's just under $25. And so with that, let me see here. Hold a second. Okay. So with that, what you're getting is actually 2 pairs. So you're getting 2 treatments. It's not 2 booties. You're getting 4 booties in total, 2 pairs. So about $12 per treatment. And I will tell you that it's like you went to a spa or a professional manicure pedicure salon and then some, actually, and then a lot more. Your feet look and feel so much better than if you did go to a spa or a manicure pedicure place. So to be able to do this 2 different times and you're spending $12 a piece is a bargain. It really, really is. Of course, you do need to paint your toenails and do all that fun stuff. But as far as your feet, being proud to wear flip-flops and open-toed sandals and things, there's nothing better. There's really, really not. Now, what you're seeing is the 2 for $24.99, but they do have bundle packages. So you can get, let me get them, make sure I have them right. Okay. You can get 3 boxes of them. So 6 total. And then that brings the price down to $10 a piece. So I have to again say, with Valentine's Day coming up, what a fun girlfriend gift. If you're going to, want to get a little something to all your friends, you get that set. So they're only $10 a piece, and put it in a little cellophane bag with a red bow on it. And what a fun Valentine's gift to give. And then there's another one step up where you can get 5 boxes, and then that brings it down to $9 each. So it's, a little over $12 each with the 1 box, $10 each with the 3, and then $9 each with the 5. So if you want to get in on that, you're just going to grab that QR code right there, and you'll get that 20%, and then use it whenever you want. Pretty cool, you guys. I'm telling you, I know people shy away from doing it, but once you do, it'll become sort of a ritual for you all year long, where I try to do it once a quarter is kind of my thing, but I've been kind of lazy about it. And it wasn't until I got sent these that I went, oh my gosh, I haven't done it in so long. So I'm going to do it probably this weekend, actually. Kind of excited about it. So it might be fun to do with somebody too, if your spouse, your partner, your husband, your whoever. But again, fun Valentine's gift, do it with someone or whatever you want to do, or keep them both for yourself. Keep them all for yourself. Okay, we are going to move on. Let's see what I miss. Feet and a pedicure, you will be all set. Can you use it only once? Good question. Yes. Yes, they are a one-time use. So you're going to use it one time and then throw those away. And then you'll have that second set when you want to do it again. But one time is all you need for a good while, because it really is going to slough it all off. And your feet have never looked so good except for when you were first born. That would be the only exception that I could think of. So really great, great item. If you've never tried one, give it a shot. Okay. I didn't even realize how many personal care items we have in tonight's show, because we're going to do one more and then we're really going to shift gears. But this one I'm also a big fan of. And interestingly, very similar to my last story, I did a product video for something similar to the one I'm going to show you, again, years ago, and fell in love with the process of it. And now it is my go-to for this thing that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. But then discovered this one on Grommet, and it's slightly different, and I'll explain why. I like them both, actually, for for the different reasons. So it's not that one is necessarily better than the other, but I was really excited to discover this one and excited to share it with you guys tonight. And you may have seen it on Grommet. They've been doing lots of stuff about it because it's doing so well. I am curious for you ladies in the chat, do you shave, wax, or epilate, or something else? So and it could be your bikini, could be your legs, could be your face, could be your underarms. But what is your hair removal of choice? Curious. When I did that first video years ago, I really took some time to kind of research all the different ones, the waxing versus the shaving versus the epilating. Sherry epilates. Wow. I did not expect that. That's so great. Many people don't even know what epilating is. And so if you don't, put that in the chat too, because then I can go a little deeper on exactly what it is. But what it basically is the difference and why this is my hair remover of choice now and became so a few years ago, is because if you are someone who waxes, you know that in between waxes, you have to wait for the hair to grow out a good deal before you can do it again. And so you have this waiting period where it's kind of awful and you wouldn't want to go to the beach or expose your legs or your bikini or whatever it is, because it's just not fun, that in-between stage, right? And then the other thing is, my gosh, the rashes that you can get, that, the skin irritation that happens with waxing is a real problem, or it was for me anyway, and I know it is for a lot of people as well. And then of course there's shaving, but the problem with shaving is first of all, you get that fun stubble, but second of all, it only lasts, depending on how your body works, it only lasts a couple days and then you have to shave again. And that's no fun. And razors these days, my gosh, they've gotten so expensive. So I was excited to learn a little bit more about epilating, and what I discovered was kind of music to my ears. It's a lot like waxing because you are pulling the hair follicle from the root. And so it is, pulling it out as deep as it can go, which means in between, and it's about 4 weeks. They say 4 weeks. I would say I'm more like 3 weeks, and then I want to do it again. But you're baby soft for about 3 weeks. If you're someone that's tons of hair, you might be 2 weeks, but somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks. So that is a really good thing. And then also, because of the way the epilating works, skin irritation is greatly reduced, and getting ingrown hairs is kind of not even a thing because of how it works and how it pulls it out. It's not possible for a hair to, go back into the skin. So there's so many benefits of it. It's also a lot less painful than waxing. Now, having said that, is it pain-free? It becomes pain-free. Let me just say that. It does hurt a little bit when you first start because you're pulling the hair out, right? But you kind of know when you're done, because if you're doing it, let's say you're doing here or even under your arms, hurts a lot in the beginning, especially if you've never done it before. But then once the hairs are gone, that's how you know that it's done, because it doesn't hurt anymore. Let me show you a video so you can see exactly how it works, and then I'll show you the actual thing. So there you're seeing shaving and how it's just cutting it right at the surface, which is why we get the stubble and why it comes back so quick, versus the epilating, which is going in there and pulling it from its hair follicle. So that's the difference right there. And then let's just take a look at it before and after. And that is actually showing, so with epilating, you can do epilating when it's only about 1/16 of a millimeter hair growth. So teeny tiny hairs. That's why there's no downtime in between, because just as soon as you barely start to feel anything, you can do it again. And so you never have that point where you're going to have a stubble or you're going to have that hair growth in between. Whereas when you're waxing, the hair has to be right about 1/4 of an inch at the least to be able to wax. So that's the major difference in my opinion there. Let's see, what else do I want to say about that? So this is the one that I'm featuring today, and this is the one that's on Grommet. This is the Pluxy. Now, why I love this one is because it is specifically designed for facial. And I also use this for under the arms and bikini, but they tout it as facial hair remover. But so the difference is they've designed it so it can really grab even almost like peach fuzz, just really, really tiny, tiny hairs. And how does it work? Well, let me just turn it on. Actually, where did my thing go? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So there you can see, there you go. So that's what it looks like when it's going. But what the blades are is it's like they're teeny, teeny, tiny tweezers, a whole bunch of them that are just pulling, 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 pulling. And that's how it works. And when you're done, it is baby soft. I keep saying that word tonight, but that is what it is. And so when it comes to facial, a lot of women don't think to do it. I didn't think to do it for years until I was actually I was at HSN in a makeup chair, and the professional makeup artist was talking about how it's like the best kept secret because foundation goes on so much smoother when you epilate. So when you have that soft skin, when there's no peach fuzz, no hair, you can imagine it's like this smooth canvas that the foundation, you just kind of get that kind of blurred, flawless look so much easier. So it really does a great job. And again, it does hurt a little in the beginning, but at the end of your first time, it barely hurts at all because the hairs are out. But what happens then is when it grows back, it's going to grow back more thin, less coarse than it was originally. So that makes it easier in consecutive times. And then the other thing that happens is somehow your body gets used to it. And like for me, it doesn't hurt at all anymore. So when I say it's pain-free, it really is pain-free for me now. But that took a while to get to that point, I will say. But to me, it is such an amazing investment because, it's not a low price tag, but when you think of what you would spend for just one waxing, that's a great price. And when you think of what you spend, if you are someone who shaves, the razors these days, I mean, it's amazing how that has gone through the roof. And then when you think of having to replace them all the time and all of that. So this is a one-time investment. I like that it is cord free. It is rechargeable. So it comes with a cord and you just charge it right there and it does its job and that's it. And it's just so easy to do and it just makes the whole process so much more manageable and easy and not nearly as often, which is kind of nice. So let's see. Did anyone tell me if they have epilated before? I don't think other than Sherry has epilated. She says, I've been doing it since the first product, Epilady, was invented. Oh my gosh, when was that? I remember Epilady. That's right. So do you still have an Epilady? Curious about that. Anyway, so this is, and with the Grommet discount, it means typically $99. And so Grommet discount on this one is almost $20. It is $20 off, down to $79.99. So again, if this is something you're thinking about, grab the Grommet discount. You've got that 20% and then use it whenever you want. So that's kind of a nice little perk of shopping here on Grommet Live. Okay, let's see. I promised you guys a giveaway halfway through, so we're going to do that right now. If you haven't already entered, it is not too late because we are doing another giveaway at the end of the show. So I'm going to have Jen put up the QR code again. It is right there. All you have to do is take out your phone, click the QR code, and you can enter that quickly. And I forgot to mention earlier on that we give everybody who's here live, you guys get a second chance. So you guys get a second entry, I would say. All you have to do is put a word into the chat. And a lot of you have been here before because I'm seeing a lot of the word in the chat, and that is giveaway. So put the word giveaway in the chat and you have just doubled your chances because Jen is on the lookout and she will make sure you get that second entry. And I'm going to give away one product right now. And then if you don't win this one, that is okay because there's going to be another one at the end of the show. So don't miss out on that. It's win-win. There's no purchase necessary, no strings, no nothing. Just a fun giveaway. Oh, we got some people chiming in. Oh, we have Neuro Socks. Just doubled her chances. Okay. I believe, you know what? I am going to make some, in case it happens to be, if it's a female that wins, I'm going to make your Valentine's shopping a little bit easier right now. And if it is a man who wins, I'm going to make your Valentine happy because she's going to love the way you smell with this giveaway. So we are giving away Hawkins and Brimble facial gift set. This is I believe it is a $50 value on Grommet Live, and somebody is going to get one of these sent to them. They don't even have to leave their house. And who is going to get one sent to them? I will tell you in just one second. Okay, the first winner just had her Valentine's Day shopping a little easier, and the winner is Diane Phillips. Congratulations, Diane. You are the proud owner of a new Hawkins and Brimble facial face care set with the face wash, the facial scrub, and the moisturizer. Congratulations. And of course, when you get it, if you gift it to somebody, please let us know how he likes it. We would love for you to maybe post a picture of him holding it, and be sure to tag Hawkins and Brimble, and also Stephen, if you can, and tag me so that I can, continue to promote it. So congrats. But again, if you didn't win, we're going to do another one at the end. So hang in there. Okay, moving along, switching gears to something for our furry friends. And I think this is pretty darn cool because I do have a furry friend. I know most of you know that. My furry friend is Coco. She is my black lab, and she's my BFF for sure. And what this gentleman, Mark, and I know he is inside the chat. So Mark, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for inventing what you invented, what you've created, because it is a gift to all pet owners and to the pets as well. Because many of you might know that animal shelters are a pretty big thing right now, and have been for a very long time. And what I was sad to learn as I was researching this product is that a third of the animals that end up in an animal shelter are euthanized. I had no idea that it was that big of a number, and it just broke my heart. And the gentleman who created this, Mark, is actually he is the creator of the third largest animal shelter software management system. So he is somebody who definitely knows firsthand the pain of people losing their pets and what happens to the pets when they don't get claimed, and then the joy of being reunited with a pet when they're found. And I also learned that 1 in 3 pets are lost at some point in their life. And that wasn't a surprise to me, because too many stories, too many signs all over the place. Wanted, have you seen my cat? Have you seen my dog? All of that, which always breaks my heart. So what Mark did was he took that into his own hands and decided that he was going to create a solution for that. Yes, there are microchips out there. You can have a microchip implanted in your pet's body, which a lot of people recommend, and I can certainly see the value in that. But in order to use that effectively, you of course have to have a special scanner. And so there's a whole lot that goes into that, as you can imagine. So what Mark created is so simple, but in my mind, almost just as effective. I actually like this much more than a microchip. And let me just show you what it is. It is a dog tag, very simple, very high quality. It's that, kind of gloss enamel, but it is waterproof, and this is going to last a good long time. Comes with a little ring on it, just like a regular sort of dog tag. But on the back of it, you will see that there is a QR code right there. And so when you get this, you're going to register this on your phone. Now, what I love, Mark, about what you've created is I'm just thinking, oh no, do I have to get another app, and do I have to have another subscription? Because there's so much of that right now. But that is not the case with this. This is all you need. And you just think of this QR code like you would a QR code on a menu at a restaurant, or anywhere, or here on Grommet Live, same exact thing. And so if somebody were to find your pet, they would simply scan the QR code, and up on their phone would come all the information about your pet. So let's say it's my dog Coco. It would have Coco's name on it. It would have the kind of dog she is, how old she is, if she came from a adoption facility or something like that, it could have that on it. It could have special instructions on it, like maybe she's allergic to something, or maybe she has to have a certain kind of medication, whatever that might be. But then also instructions of how to locate you. And so on mine, it says text with my phone number right away, text my name and my phone number right away. And then I have some alternate contacts as well. So you can customize that. You can change it as often as you want. So if you move or if you, who knows? So you can definitely change that, but just so clever and so easy. I'm going to show you a couple different images that I think will have this make more sense. First of all, it does come in 2 sizes, in case you're wondering that, if you have a smaller pet or a larger pet. This is the larger one right here. And then, and it also comes in, well, here's the video. So you're seeing the little dog bone there. Comes in this little package. And then there's that QR code. Just put it on your dog's collar, scan it, and on your phone, this is what you're going to see. This is where you're going to input all the information that it asks you. So let me show you my process when I did it. Oh, don't tell me it's not going to come up again. I'm going to try to re-add that media because I really want you to see it. Let's see. Taking just a second, so bear with me 1 second. There it is. Okay, so on the left, right when you scan the code, what comes up is basically you're registering your pet. And so it asks, and so it's not just for dogs or cats. It could be for a bunny, it could be for a bird, it could be for a turtle or a reptile, evidently. So it asks you just some basic questions like that. Here's my little love bug, Coco. Labrador Retriever. It asks for the color and things like that. And then once I'm done, it tells me that I've successfully registered my dog tag. And then the picture on the far right, can I move myself? I think I can. Oh, no. How do I switch us? Oh, darn it. Well, on the far right was what it is going to look like. Let's see if I can go back to it. What am I doing wrong? Okay, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so then as you can see there, and I'll put Coco full screen for you there. So it says call or text, and then that's my number there. And then just the type of the pet, the name. I put that she's a senior dog, so they know how old she is. They actually ask for her birthday. So all of that information lives right there. So anyone can scan that at any time and know right where you are. And so, or know how to get in touch with you. And the other thing I really like, so it is that is it called geolocation services? So when you get contacted, you'll know exactly where you were contacted from, which means that's where the pet is. So where it was scanned is you're going to have that geolocation service on your phone to tell you where the pet is. So, hopefully you're in contact with someone that's going to tell you where the pet is. But if not, that is kind of the backup right there. So, I mean, I love it. No subscription, no app, no battery, no nothing. It is just a simple dog tag that you register. It takes you about 1 to 2 minutes to register, and you have that peace of mind that should something happen, it is just a layer of protection that you will be reunited with your pet very quickly. So I think that is such a win. And I also think the price is a win. So you, for $12, can have this sent to you and have your pet, just that peace of mind for $12 is crazy good. Let's see, you'll get a notification when the tag is scanned. Oh, okay. I guess I should have known that. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, he let me know that the bone is sold out. So we have the circle now. So the small and the larger round one are still available. No batteries to change. Oh, he's giving me all kinds of good information. You can update the profile as often as you want. This adds layer of protection. You know what? I think I did pretty good. I think I might have said most of this. Proud of myself. You should always microchip your pet. You know what? I really appreciated that you said that. Because, and I saw that on your website too, that he really, even though this is his product, he still really recommends microchipping your pet. And I get that for sure, for sure. But, I know there's some people that won't, and there's a lot to that. And so at least having this layer of protection is really, really nice. So, and his website, actually, I encourage you to go to, and when you upvote, it will take you to his website. So you can kind of play around there, because he does offer a lot of all kinds of different things that are really just all about keeping pets safe and with their owners. And, he's doing a lot of really cool stuff for pets. And so I appreciate that so much, Mark. And thank you so much for being here inside the chat to give us all that great information. Need to see a pic. Coco. Yes, that is my girl. She does not quite look like that anymore, I must say. She is 14 years old. She's my little old lady. She's got a lot of gray down here and on her paws, but she's amazing. And I would just, oh my gosh, if she ever got lost, I don't know what I would do. So anyway, that is Wagtopia. Love the name. Love it all. You're doing a fantastic job. And it really is just a gift to pet owners and to pets. And thank you for doing that. You guys, if you haven't grabbed that QR code, please do that. If nothing else, just to give him an upvote so that Grommet takes notice of what a cool invention that he has created. And I love doing that. Love supporting our makers. We work with over 1,000 shelters and rescues and provide microchips for these shelter pets. I didn't see that. That's amazing. Love that. So I'm sure that's all on the website. I saw a lot of it, but I missed that one. Okay, and Mark, thank you again so much for being here. Super, super cool. All right, we are going to move on. And this was one that I talked about at the top of the show that I was very excited to be able to bring you guys tonight. This is a Shark Tank winner. I am a Shark Tank groupie. I don't know how many of you are. I think a lot of you are, actually. If you like Grommet products, you're probably an entrepreneurial-minded serial inventor yourself. So I'm thinking we all like Shark Tank. This person really likes Shark Tank. In fact, so much that she auditioned for Shark Tank, and you have to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think I'm not wrong. And it's Kim, and Kim's in the chat. She auditioned for Shark Tank 7 times. Can you believe that? 7 times. I love the perseverance, Kim. Love it, love it, love it. And she finally made it on. She did ask for, I think it was $225,000 for 15% of her company. And did she get that? She got pretty darn close to that. She did get her $225,000. She did a deal with 2 of the sharks. I'm going to show you her picture. Actually, I'm going to show you her picture on Shark Tank, which is even more fun. I'll show you both. But here she is on Shark Tank right there. And that is her product. It is called Click and Carry. And I'm going to show it to you and explain it all to you in just a second. But she's adorable. Here she is. You can see her little, there she is right there. And she's got the Click and Carry on her shoulder. How many of you guys know what Click and Carry is? How many of you have Click and Carry? Got to be a lot of you, because she has sold, I can't even imagine how many at this point, but so many of these. And I told you that I have a fun story about this product. I'm going to come back here. And my fun story is that it was probably in like 2015, I worked with a company named called Joyous. And Joyous was a little similar to Grommet Live in a lot of ways, where we had very cool products that we did. Instead of live like this, we did editorial style videos about how we thought of the product and how we used it and all of that. And so I did one of those videos for Click and Carry all those years ago. And I thought it was, at the time, so innovative, and it solved such a huge problem for me that I just couldn't wait to see what happened with that product. And I lost touch with it for a long time until I saw it on Shark Tank. And I was so excited to see how far she had come with the product, because I knew it was just an ingenious invention, and something big had to happen with it. And it certainly did. She got a deal with Mark Cuban and Barbara, and she did get the $225,000. She did have to give away a little more of her company than she had originally thought. And so that was 40%. Kim, correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I think it was well worth it, because she is just doing huge things, doing so well. The product has changed a bit since I featured it, but it's the same principle. I love the fact, I'm going to show it to you right here. Love the fact that she created this. It was inspired after a breakup with her boyfriend. So he was good for something, right, Kim? He when she broke up with him, he was the one that would, always carry all her bags. She lived in Los Angeles in a condo, and getting from the car to the condo evidently was quite a maze, getting up there and getting back. And whether she had groceries or laundry or whatever big heavy packages, that was a task. And without the boyfriend, she had to do it by herself. And so that was her light bulb moment of, there's got to be an easier way to carry all these grocery bags that are so heavy, that cut into our hands when they're heavy, that break, and your wine bottle breaks. And you guys know the drill. Well, with Click and Carry, what it is, basically it clicks to open. So it opens just like that. And you can put these little slots right here are for to hang anything really. She originally did it for the grocery bags. That's what I use it most for, but I'm known as a bag lady. I carry bags, so many bags everywhere because I've got all my products and things like that. So this is could have been made for me, I got to tell you. So once the bags are on there, you simply click it shut, and then you can hold your bags like this. Super, super comfortable. Though it's just ergonomically designed to perfection. And then on the bottom, there is a little silicone pad that in a way is like a grip, but more than anything, it kind of molds to your hand. So no matter how heavy you're carrying, how heavy of a load you're carrying, it's so comfortable to carry. But the magic is when you take this and you put it on your shoulder, because the way that it distributes the weight, it's like magically, if you had 50 pounds that you were carrying, it feels like you now have 25 pounds. It's like, where did it all go? But so it's there. So theoretically, you can have one on each shoulder and be carrying up to 200 pounds. Imagine that. I haven't done that yet. And maybe you might not want to try that at home, but you could do it if you wanted to. And so think of all the different ways that you could use this. I'm just going to show you some of them right now, because she's got some great pictures and some great ideas that I wouldn't have thought of. But love this one with the paint cans. I mean, who could really carry 4 paint cans? I don't even think you could do it. But how heavy would that be, and how bad would your hands hurt? But when you have this, it's evenly distributing the weight. Your hands are comfortable. They're not being cut into. It's incredible. And then the one on the right, I love that because I know firsthand how many purses and totes get stolen out of grocery carts when they're sitting up there. Trader Joe's it's evidently become an epidemic at Trader Joe's. And so they're always warning people, don't leave your purse in the cart. But with Click and Carry, you can actually hook it on to the cart and no one is going to be able to take it. So love that. And then even walking a dog, if you have 2 dogs, to be able to put one leash on either end, and then you've got this uber comfortable handle to manage 2 dogs with. And then on the right, ski boots. How uncomfortable is it to carry ski boots? With this, it separates them. It evenly distributes the weight. You could even put it over your shoulder. I mean, it is so, so smart, Kim. I just could sing your praises till the cows come home. Marcy's nickname is Mary Poppins. She can pull anything you might need out of one of her bags. It's sad but true. That is Jen, our producer, chiming in about, she knows because I walk into the office or the studio with all my bags. But Click and Carry solves it. It makes it so much easier. So what you do is you want to get one. Trust me on this one. You want one in your purse, because how many times are you last minute grocery shopping or something, and to be able to pull this out of your purse when they hand you all those grocery bags, carry them to the car. Maybe you live in a place like New York City where you're not even using a car, and when you're grocery shopping, you're on the subways or the